we now I think we need to move forward to the second speaker. And yeah, again, thank you so much. Yeah. Now let's move on. That's the point of view from Sabah. How about if you move our um, our attention now to Brunei? And here we would like to introduce you, Lily Chiam, someone who has so much passion in music. And I think that Lily is also good to mention here how we met from the very first time. We were actually met somewhere in Philippines when we represented Borneo. She represented Brunei, and I was representing Malaysia at that time, from Sabah to Manila fame. And we met inside a van. Am I right, Lily?
Yeah, I think in the hotel.
Was it in a van where? Oh, was it in the hotel? Yeah, where all the speakers were grouped together.
Yeah.
And Lily, that time, yes, representing Brunei, to also discuss on her experience, her knowledge in bringing up their creative industries in this region. So since that time, 2017, right? Was
Yeah.
it 2017?
Few
We've
years.
been keep in touch over the time. Never met since then, but now we are meeting back.
Correct.
And I do feel that Lily is the right person to be featured here in Borneo Forum, especially to perhaps share her views on the 4 key questions pertaining women in Borneo. So without further ado, let's welcome Lily from Brunei.
Thank you.
Lily.
Thank you, Viv. Thank you for the wonderful
Right.
privilege. Thank you for the wonderful privilege that I'm able to share with every one of you regarding this woman, what woman can do. Now, ever since I was young, I love music so much, and I always have this mindset that I'm going to be a musician. Though from a Chinese family, my parents were very against like being a musician, saying that being a musician you cannot really make your living out of it. But I had a mindset. I have a very strong mindset that I will be a musician because I am a pianist and I love playing the piano. And from there, I developed myself and went to Canada to build my studies. And I noticed one thing in the community. Being in Brunei here, a lot of children love to play instruments, but many a times children go through the hardship of learning the grades, like from grade 1 to grade 8, all the way to diploma. And so because of that, I thought that when I was in Canada, I will do thorough research in helping children to learn music and be able to find music as part of their lifestyle. And one thing that I always believe is that if you have a passion on something that you like, you can actually work towards it and build a solution to help the community. And by doing so, I'm very glad to tell everyone that I have written this course for young toddlers, and it is being franchised in China right now. And at that time when I was building it, I already envisioned that I wanted more children who may not have necessarily the ability to pay for good music fees and stuff like that to learn music, but they have good foundation so that they can play any instrument they like. So whether it can be piano or violin or anything. So in the aspect of whatever your passion is, and being in Borneo, I feel that there are a lot of women that are very skilled in their craft, even from baking, from doing craft work, and doing different kind of design for the Asian. And I felt that sometimes, because being in Asia and in Brunei, there is no such like how in US or in Canada or in London, where you have fashion designer and all those stuff, that where they can build it to the masses. But in Brunei, I felt that there are many talents in here as well. And whatever you are as a woman, you feel that you can contribute to society. I feel that it is important we put in our platform, and we have to make ourselves known. So with that in mind, I managed to meet very good partners in China, and we have already set up, and it was my last 4 years of extra work and traveling to China. We have built up to around another 50 plus um, schools for doing the toddlers program that I have come up with. And so with that, being in my music industry, I write songs and I write different things to inspire people. And you can actually check from my website, www.lilycharm.com. And so you can see some of the things that I try to do, and try to inspire and try to make myself relevant in the community. Because many times a lot of women, we are soft spoken and we like to be in the background, and we will let the men go forward to do what they need to do. But as I'm speaking here right now, I always feel that woman has the capacity and has the ability, can be as equal as the man, or can be more than some men. You see, not all men, but some men. And so I think women's voice should be heard, and women should continuously, um, make themselves known with whatever they are gifted in. And by that, they should establish themselves and come out to different platforms, and let everyone in the world benefit from their craft, from their talents, from their skills. And so I myself have a family with 3 children, and my three, um, 2 girls and 1 boy, they also have their own music written, and it's also in the Chiam's YouTube. You can always watch them online as well. I myself also have a YouTube link, and in Spotify, as well as in Tune, um, in different platforms to share my music to people, and also through my website as well. And I do get a lot of university professors. I meet them every year because I represent Brunei for the CDOM, which is the Southeast Asia Directors of Music. And I do have professors who talk to me and say, it's a challenge when I myself am a musician and I'm trying to teach music to my own child. And so as a woman, as a mother, you understand that when you have a good skill, whether you are business or when you are in certain skill, there will be a time when you find it like, will my child or will my children take after me? Will they follow in the business that I'm going in? Or will they go into the trading that I am in? And so a lot of parents, they always feel that, hey, it's very tough to teach your own children, and they can rebel what you are saying and what you are thinking. And so a lot of mothers would have agreed with me and say that it's not easy for me to really uh, like teach my own child to understand this product, or to understand this skill, because they also have the right to choose what they really love. But one of the things that I must say as a mother, I do devote my time, beside being a business woman, or being just teaching them how to study well in school. I i myself, I spend time to nurture them in the music area, which I hope they will really find it a joy. And so by doing so, by putting those time into their life, And I felt that now when I see my three children loving music and being musicians, the first one, she plays the piano, and second one is a singer, and the third one is a composer. And so three of them, and the singer, the second one, also acts. She likes to be an actress. And so like I just find it so fun, and I was so happy as a mother, because my children are going into the field that I went in. And I felt that in this field we bring joy to a lot of people in the community. We help many other families, and we create platforms for them to perform and to build their skills. And so by doing so, I have my three working together with me and my team of all the teachers that work in the schools I have. And we really enjoy helping and building the community in that sense. So as a woman, I felt that I always talk to my husband. I say, I want to say that Brunei should thank you for bringing me back from Canada, because I'm supposed to be in Canada, and you have asked me to come back to Brunei to make an impact. And so wherever each woman are, I felt that you can play an important part in your community, in the field that you are called for. Just like Dr. Dayang just now was sharing how important, how we treat our husband, how we treat our family. And as husband, she was saying that you have to love your husband, you have to make the coffee. I love my husband. I don't make coffee for him. I told him you have to make it yourself. Why? Because I'm so busy as well, like you. But you see, that's a different mentality. But I always tell him I respect him. And as a wife, I feel that respect is very important. And I tell my husband, I say, I always respect you. Not only I love you, I respect you in whatever you do, whatever decision you make. And I'm here to support you. At the same time, I also feel the great support from my husband. And so from every woman point of view, I think it is very important that even if you will grow and you become successful in your business or in everything, you must always talk with respect to your husband, so that by doing so, two of you are united, and your children will look at it and will follow your path, and will be able to be respectful in the community as well. So sometimes we don't just talk gentle, but sometimes we may speak with louder voice, but they know we love each other, we meant the best for each other, we respect each other. And so children also understand and follow that. And with this, I find that every woman has a voice, and you need to stand up, and you are a good example to your children, and a good example to all the people who you are with. And so you can also influence them directly with the way you behave, the way you make decisions, the way you speak. Because I always feel that it is important to grow yourself and build yourself up, that every time when you look at challenges, you don't get defeated. You don't feel like, oh, why this happened to me? Why this? No, we shouldn't be like that. We must always find like challenges are every day. You have to be an overcomer. And at the same time, you need to build your level so high up. You have to see which solution I'm going to choose. Solution one or solution two or solution three. So you think of solution. You don't need to keep asking why this thing happened, why this person behave like that, why this person. But you have to grow yourself and continuously don't look at K-drama too much. I always tell everyone, because that really wastes a lot of time. I always say you build yourself as a woman, you contribute to society, and you think how by looking, by seeing a problem, you find solution one, two, and three. And then you have a committee, you choose and talk to your family, and then you make a decision. Are you going to choose solution 1, solution 2, or solution 3? That means you are ready all the time, because they are just, that is what life is about. There are so many things happening, and decisions has to be made. Choices have to be wisely chosen to decide how to find that solution to mend something. So that is from my point of view. And I also feel that as women, we can be seen as the vulnerable or the emotional person. But I believe that if you don't look at yourself as a victim, you don't look at yourself like, why this person treat me like that, or why the person, but you look at yourself as a victor. And so when every time you see situation, you are the thermostat. You will change the room temperature. You're not the one that will come into the room and then you see the atmosphere is like that and you are affected by it, because you are like the thermometer. When you are the thermometer, you are affected by the environment all the time. And what is going on, this thing, that thing, and you said you feel helpless about it, you can't do anything. But at the very end, you be the thermostat. You figure out what are the solutions, what are the things to help, to do, to change, to make the environment a different place, a better environment. So from my point of view, the woman is always the decision maker, and the woman has the choice to affect the family. In fact, usually the children grew up loving the mother, and they are very, very, very close to their mother. And of course, some, they will also be very close to their dad. In fact, the children are closest to the parent who spend the most time with them. And so you will find that if you as a career person, as a mother or as a dad, you will find that the child actually connects better to the one who spend the most time. And they will not mind what distinction or what A, B, C, what A grades they get, but they will remember every trip you make with them when you go out, and they were happy with you and they were together. And that is the time you really influence your child with whatever state that you hope that your child can achieve. And as a mother, I felt that there are so much things you can do to influence the family and also the neighbors and then the community and the people, all who are closest to you, even from your cousins to your friends to everyone. So with that, unless you have more questions for me, I feel that as a woman, your role is very important role. And I do not ever see that as a woman, you are any inferior than any man, because you are as equally important to do many things on earth. And whatever you touch, whatever you say, it influences the people around you. So with the Borneo business and development opportunities, I feel that um, there are so many talents, so many skills that each person has. And even from like when every time I go to Singapore, my favorite shop is the Begawan Solo. I would usually buy so many, the pastry, and then just to bring it home for my family and my, those colleagues to eat. So I think I always admire, I said, the whoever built that Begawan Solo, or some pastry or some cakes or something or some craft work things, I would buy them, I would get it. And so many untapped talents out there. And I think women should have this platform to display what they can actually produce and do. And more people will know that from Borneo here, you have powerful women growing and living in Borneo Island. So I would say that we, no matter where we are, even in Borneo, in Canada, in every other states or countries, we are not limited because of the digital platform. And so we can make our voices known. And for musicians, We can do it in YouTube. Even in YouTube, you can teach people how to cook, how to make a dress, how to do flowers arrangement, how to do this, how to, you know, clean your house, how to do this, you know, what kind of vacuum cleaner is better. And some people, they even talk about, because those are bags lovers, they will even teach you what bags to buy and things like that. So women, you can do anything. You put your hands up when you like something, go for it and put in the video. And people will get to know you. Okay? I guess that's all I want to share. And if you have any questions, I'm very happy to answer them. Thank you, Eve.
Right. Thank you, Lily. That's much insightful ideas and based on experience, years of experience of Lily. Yeah, what I like about one of the contents that Lily just mentioned just now was when Dr. Dayan was talking about family role. Lily went even deeper when talk about legacy. Whatever we women doing, and how are we going to pass that legacy, that passion to our children, which is a kind of challenging, because to teach our own children is not easy. We need a third party and of course the support systems. So which is, I can see the scene here from our first speaker, Dr. Dayang, and to you, Lily. So well done on that. Right. And also something that what I like about Lily just mentioned about, like, yes, there's a lot of talents in Borneo. And what we need to do as women, we need just to tap on any opportunities, regardless of like whether it's offline or online. And now even better, when we have a lot of platform online, our talent can just be on air, either it's live, recorded, or whatever means that we want. Because it's good that now we need to start promoting our talents, and which is, I feel that Borneo still have a lot of untapped talents. So yeah, so I think we as women, we do have role to play. And I guess Borneo Forum for Women will start to feature more talents in the future. Yeah, and you are all among the pioneer in this online for Borneo women, which yeah, one of the initiatives of featuring talents in Borneo. Right. So any question from the audience? Maybe anyone who just, you can just raise up your hand and you can ask Lily. Anything?
Hello.
Shadrina, welcome.
Yes, I'm very interested to knowing more about how Lily. How do I say? I would just like to express my admiration that despite her parents, I would say disapproval maybe to pursue in the musical art. She went for it, and look at her now. She did a very well job on herself, for herself, and she even contributed to the community. So now the issue that I would like to address here is this untapped talent among women, or I would say the ladies, the younger generation, to which they have passion about something, but because of their parents or family and even the society's disapproval about this talent, they left this their talent unkept, you say, and just leave those talents to die. So it's very prevalent here, especially in Asian countries. Okay, they keep it to the Borneo where the parents want the children to have, I would say, a respectable career, just going for officers or becoming, government servants, and they don't really agree on pursuing talent and passion because most of the time, talent and passion do not sell well. So I would like to know how Lily would advise us women to how do we empower ourselves to how do I say tap our talent and our passion, even though the society and sometimes even our own families are against us in this kind of work.
Um, if you are able to say what Cedrina was sharing, can you type up the questions to me, because the wordings are quite blurry from my side. I couldn't really hear what she's saying. Yeah,
Mm.
like her questions. If can rephrase it for me so that I can hear it clearly.
Oh, okay, okay, I see. Um, how do I say? Uh, what is your advice for young women who are afraid to pursue their passion in fear of what society and sometimes even their families will disapprove of it?
If could you repeat what she was sharing? What question she was asking, or
Um,
someone can say?
yeah, I think that what would be your advice on a woman that pursuing her passion, but lack of support, especially among families? Am I right, Chidrina? Yeah,
Yes, that's quite
Okay.
correct.
yeah, okay, yeah. So what would be your advice?
I what I went through was that I funded myself. I find ways to I did some other works, and what I did through myself is that I really work and try to gather whatever amount that I can save to pursue my career. But what I know is that for there are certain passionate, talented young individuals. They would they would meet and talk to different people, and there are certain organization in your country, they actually support talents, but because of the talent, they only sometimes they only choose certain people. You need to go for audition, you need to go for interview. But I believe in one thing: if you really like something, you can do some other work to find the finance to build yourself to get there. And so there may be a delay of years, but your target must be so clear that you will still find the finance to get there. Yeah, you have to do multiple jobs if you have, but you target it like within 3 years or 5 years, I got to accomplish that. And most of the time when people go into the first year, they actually also do part-time or work part-time, and then they can continue the second year or the third year, whatever diploma or university they are going for. So it depends how much you want to go for it. So I don't believe in people saying, because my dad cannot afford or my mom cannot afford. But I have seen so many people work their way to get up there. Yeah, it's how much you want to work to get there. Yeah, I hope I
Right.
answer you. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that right, Shadrina?
Yes, thank you. That
Find
is
a
very
way.
helpful.
Right. All right. Thank you, Shadrina. And is there anyone would like to ask Lily before we move on to the next speaker? Yeah, I think we are good. We are good. All right. Now, let's move on